Hey.
Hello. If you're in the comments, make sure you comment. You say hello, everybody. I can't see that anybody's here, so hopefully there will be some people that turn up.
There's usually a little lag. Just go for it.
Shall I just go for it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Plodalong. It's the first one we've got with our with some guests. So it's not just myself and my lovely co-host Jem. Jem, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
So I'm gonna so I'm gonna introduce my lovely guests to. I always gonna point in the wrong direction. This is lovely Amelia. Welcome to Amelia from Amelia Barlow Bits. Hello. And then below me, I've got the lovely Gretchen.
Hi everyone.
Major book. I will be putting both of these lovely ladies' channels in the description. So and for the people watching in the future, go and check them out. So yeah, how are you, lovely ladies? How is everybody?
We're good. I'm good.
Yeah. Same.
I'm salty.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Oh gosh, I do love me a salty Gem.
I'm not salty.
I love it.
That's good. That's good. At least Amelia's not salty. I'm not salty either, so we're fine.
Mildly hungover, but not salty.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and say onto the comments quickly and say hello to some of our lovely plodders. Hello,
Hey, Jennifer.
Another Jen.
Oh, another Jen.
You guys turn up at once. We've got Sarah. Hi, Sarah. We've got Jess.
Oh, hi, Jess.
And the lovely Ben.
Oh, Ben. Hey, Ben.
Hi. Then we've got Angela.
Hi, everyone.
And Chris. And our lovely Jane. Oh, sorry. Did I do that too quickly? I'm sorry. Sorry. Hello, Jane, as well. We love you. So, special kisses to Jane. Oh, and we've got some more. Oh, we've got Claire as well. Hi, Claire. And a bookish from me. Oh, hello.
What a great name.
Oh, that is an amazing name. I completely agree. I just wanted to quickly, before we get into all of like the bookish chat, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody that has ordered our bookmarks. I'm going to give it an opportunity to flash them up here. They're available. I'm not as good as you at this. You did so much of a better job than me. These are
professional bookmark holder.
I know. I think this needs to be a title. So yeah, these are. They're back on sale. They did sell out, and they're on my. I'll put a link to the Etsy shop below, which is Charlie's Bookish Gifts. So far, we have raised an amazing £345 for Book Trust.
Nice,
amazing,
which is crazy. I will be donating all the money at the end of the prize season, just to make that clear, so it all goes in one nice big chunk. But yeah. Thank you to every single person that has bought one. We love you and we're so grateful for you. So, yeah, I just wanted to quickly say that. Yeah. Right. So, lovely ladies, what are your thoughts, your sort of overall thoughts on and sort of reactions to the Women's Prize long list, non-fiction long list?
I think it's really strong. Like I say, I wish I'd had time to do a little bit more research on it, really. But a surprising lack of titles that I recognise, which obviously is quite intriguing because it's a good tool for discovery, for new reads and stuff. I read a story of The Heart after Jen the librarian recommended it towards the end of last year, so I've already read one of them. The Rachel, is it Dr. Rachel Clark?
Yeah.
But the rest I hadn't really heard much about, so yeah, it's quite exciting.
How about you, Gretchen?
Yeah, I think it's really strong too. In fact, there's only one that I have no interest in reading. So
yeah.
Can you say which one that is?
Just is it called Wild Thing? The one about Gauguin?
Yeah, the art one. Yeah.
The art. We know you're not reading that one.
Yeah, is that why Gem's salty?
I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, but that's kind of a strange one. It's not available in the States for a while, and I'm just, not necessarily a fan of the artist, and he has a little bit of a shady background, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go there. But yeah, except for that, like all of the other ones I've read 3 already. And I've enjoyed them all, but yeah, they all sound so good. And I promised myself this year that I wouldn't stress myself out trying to read them all and only pick the ones that sounded interesting. And they all sound interesting. So,
That didn't work well.
Yeah.
Poor
I
strategy.
think a lot of us have felt that way.
Yeah.
So, question, Gretchen, how many from the long list, are all of the rest of them available in the States, or are there some that you're still waiting on?
No, so there's a couple. Raising Hair is coming out on the 4th of March, I believe. So we don't have too far to go. Sister, I can't remember if it's Sisters-in-Law or Sister-in-Law.
Sister-in-law.
That I cannot find a release date for the States at all. And I mean, that makes sense. It's more about your government and the laws in the UK. So I'm not surprised about that one. But Utland, I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't find a release date for that in the States either. So I think that those are the only ones that are not available here just yet.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Okay.
You're probably not.
I'm just going to quickly go back to the comments to see some more hellos. Did I mention and? I can't remember if I did. Hello, and. And then we've got Mare. Hi. And then the lovely Kate. Hi, Kate. And Martha. Happy. Hello. Hi, I'm reading The Story of the Heart and Raising Hair. That's good. Yeah. Let us know what books you've all started with. We'll get onto that. We'll ask the lovely ladies about your next, which books you're planning on getting to next, etc. in a second. And then And has said, for someone who wasn't going to read the non-fiction prize, I'm already 1 book read, another one waiting on audiobook for me to start.
That's about right, isn't it, And yeah.
FOMO.
We always bring her in. We reel her in. We love you. So yeah, I'll go back to my next banner, which is, so what have you read so far / what are you planning to get to next? So I will start with, so we say Gretchen, and then I'll say Gretchen Amelia, and then obviously Jem, obviously.
All right. So I have read The Story of a Heart, which I really enjoyed it. I was not expecting to. I thought it was going to be kind of maybe overly sentimental and just kind of maybe a little on the cheesy side, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was so much more than a heartwarming story. And I learned so much from it. And yeah, that was the first one I read. And then I read Why Fish Don't Exist. That look at Jem's face. And I literally just finished this one probably 30 minutes ago. And I was surprised by it. It wasn't what I was expecting. I'm still trying to kind of process it, but yeah, we'll talk about it. But and then the other one that I read was 1,000 Threads, the Nana Cherry memoir, which is my favorite that I've read so far.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I was going to ask about that because I find that such an interesting contender.
Yeah, it was. I was very shocked to see it. I had no idea, and I knew very little about her, but it was really good. I don't give mentors enough credit. I always try to listen and read the physical, but she does narrate the audio, and she did a fantastic job. And yeah, I sleep on memoirs all the time. Like I see books about people that I vaguely know. And I never give them a chance, but everybody has an interesting story, and she has led a very interesting life. And yeah, I was very shocked at how much I ended up liking it.
That's really good. That's good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How
So
about
those
you?
are the 3 that I've read.
How about you, lovely Amelia?
Yeah, just the story of the heart, and I read that before the long list was even announced, so it was quite a nice surprise to see that on there. But other than that, I haven't had a chance to really, sort of spend some time wondering where I'm going to go next. I think there's and I can't remember the title. I'm trying to sneakily Google it, but it's one that Lauren read and finished and reviewed on Instagram this morning. It's a true crime-ish one.
Oh, was it the Peep Show?
Yeah, and that's really piqued my interest. I think it was that one. So I think I might, try and get hold of a copy of that one next.
It was really cheap on so I know we're not meant to talk about Amazon, sorry people, but I think it was the Kindle book is on offer. Everyone's going crazy about Kindle at the moment, but
yeah, I need to get a Kindle. I've been carrying around
maybe get something else.
so many hardbacks.
Yeah, it's a bit lighter than a hardback for sure.
Yeah, I didn't realise how many hardbacks I read until I started carrying them around everywhere, and then giving myself a little bit of a workout every time I go somewhere with a book. So yeah, everybody sort of recommended the Kindle to me recently, and I think I might invest in one because it'd save a lot of hauling things around, considering I do a lot of reading on the go at the minute.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Everybody in the comments, if you can think of which book Amelia should read next, by all means, say in the comments that you can say what you think that she should read.
Yeah,
Jem,
tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Just get everyone, and same for Gretchen. If you've got any for Gretchen as well, like tell Gretchen where to go next as well. We all want to know.
I have decision fatigue. Just
honestly, we're all the same. So Jem, we're dying to hear which books have you read so far. What are your thoughts? Everyone wants all the salt, I'm sure from your expression.
Okay, so I DNF'd the philosophical fish one. Why fish don't exist when clearly they do. So I almost DNF'd this 50 pages in because it was just a bit dull, right? It was like, oh, this guy likes to label things in nature. Woo, I don't need to read 50 pages about that. And then it changed. It was a bit more about his life, and I was like, okay, this is a bit more interesting. And then I realised I don't really like him and I don't think he's that interesting. So I did DNF it at 100 pages.
You missed the good parts, though. You missed the good parts because that book takes a turn. It takes a turn. And I don't know if I can say more, but
maybe tell her after. We'll tell her after.
What I will say is that the author is talking about that man, like I forget what his name is, David Starr Jordan or something.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
That is right.
And she kind of builds him up to be like this great man. And well, then toward the end of the book, all of these dirty secrets start to come out about this man. And we learn that he's not such a great person. And the book, like for me, that's where it really started to get good. I don't think that it was philosophical at all. I don't understand where that label came into play, but
that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a book that I was like, wow, I can't believe where this book ended up going. It was not what I was expecting.
Oh, that's so interesting to hear.
I'm curious if anyone else has read it in the comments.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
Do you know what I find really?
I kind of feel like if you give a book 100 pages and it's not going to get to the good bit until after that, it sort of doesn't deserve a chance.
Right.
That's a bit harsh, but
it doesn't. Anyway.
What I find really interesting, Jem, is that you can read Stoner by John Williams and not get bored to tears.
Oh,
but you can't.
That's such good work. What's wrong with you?
I don't know what you're doing. You shouldn't come for that. Her favourite book.
We don't care about Stoner. Get a grip, Stoner.
Love it.
How did I like you before this moment? Like,
I'm gonna get booted off this chat, but no,
you are right. How do we kick people off this chat, Charlie? Like, honestly,
I've got the power for that, and I'm not, and she's staying.
Gretchen, have you read Stoner?
I did. It actually made my favorite books of last year list.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was
you're wrong. You're wrong
because I just don't care about him.
Well, maybe you'll like the stupid fish book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe I should give it a go. Maybe the stupid fish man is actually going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, maybe you like him a bit more.
Have you read anything
Oh,
else?
you won't like him. You will not like him.
Oh dear. So that was that one. I DNF'd
Yes.
that one, and then I
Yeah,
have finished one. I finished By the Fires We
Oh,
Carry.
By the Fire We Carry by Rebecca.
Yes.
I just got
Meek.
that from the library.
Oh, there you go.
So I was really hoping Gretchen would have read this one because
Yeah.
I wanted an American opinion on it, because I only gave it 2.5 stars because I know nothing really. I know the basics, but I know nothing really about Indigenous culture or history. And it was quite detailed. And so I found that the learning curve was just like this. And I was like, I don't even know the names of all these tribes. And you're telling me like their detailed history, and I can't like cope with the amount of detail. And it was really legal heavy as well. A lot of legal language, statutes, and obviously that's American law, and it's very different to British law. And it was a lot of land law about who owns different parcels of land that were Indigenous and now aren't Indigenous, but maybe they are Indigenous. And I was just really like, my brain just couldn't cope with it. It felt more like a textbook, right, to me.
That's interesting. Well, to be fair, that's history we're often sheltered from in the States anyway. So I might feel the same way learning about all of these new things that we should probably already be aware of. But that's interesting.
It's got super high ratings on Goodreads though, so I feel like I'm going to be in the minority, but I just felt like it was so detail heavy, and for a topic that
for audio, maybe is it one that might translate better to listen and sit with it?
I did audio it, so maybe that's why, because I couldn't pick up on all the fine. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know, but yeah, I found that quite difficult, and I do wonder if there'll be a difference between the States audience and the UK audience on it because of just different knowledge levels. So yeah, but now we're in the story of a heart.
Well, one more thing just to say before you go to that one. There are 100 pages worth of notes in this book. So I definitely believe you when you say it's more like a textbook. Literally 100 pages. Yeah,
it was quite in depth. I mean, kudos to her. She's done a lot of research, right, and all the rest of it. But as a non-fiction reader, that's not what I wanted.
I'm wondering if the judges, because you said about that legal stuff. I'm wondering because I'm seeing a theme appearing, because obviously the Peep Show's got quite a lot of there's stuff into the court trials and things as well. So yeah, I'm wondering this is like a theme, and obviously sister-in-law, she is a lawyer. The author is a lawyer. So I'm wondering if this is like a theme that the judges have obviously very heavily invested in, and these are the books that they're really. So maybe are these going to be the books that make the shortlist? Is that like an indication?
God, I hope not.
Who knows? I read, for anyone interested, I read Raising Hair. Obviously, that was one of my favourites of the year last year. I started with Utland this year, from this year's prize, and obviously it's very, very brutal. I think Eric recently put out a review yesterday saying, comparing it to A Little Life. Yeah. And I can see that it's extremely brutal. I think I was messaging Jem quite a lot, being like, this is just a lot. But the language in it is beautiful. It's such a beautifully written book. So it does make me want to read some more books by Jenny Fagan, because I've never read any books. And last night, you said about the Peep Show. I finished the Peep Show. So yeah, that was I liked it, but I didn't wholeheartedly love it, only because in my head I'm comparing it to books like The Five, etc. So
yeah,
and for me, that I don't know, I wanted a bit more of a book like that, but it's completely different. It's quite different from that, but it was still a really quick, easy read, because obviously it's talking about murder and quite brutal things.
What's the tone of it like in terms of how it addresses that topic? Because obviously it's not.
It does I don't really so it doesn't really. I don't really feel like the women have a heavy focus in it. Obviously this is what in my opinion. Obviously they do talk about the women. It does go into the women, but they're not. It is a massively focused on Christie, obviously the injustice that happened with the guy that obviously unfortunately was hanged for his for Christie's crime, supposedly. It was and also the journalism. It's a lot of talk about how the papers influenced. That's actually quite interesting, actually. So I do think a lot of people will love it. I did really, really like it. I think I gave it 4 stars, but it wasn't like a 5-star read. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah,
from my point of view, I think it's worth a read. I definitely would recommend it. I think there'll be a massive load of people that will just chomp this book and just adore it. But yeah, it wasn't completely perfect for me personally.
yeah.
So
I think that is where I'm going to go next.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, I definitely think like it's it's very easy to get through. Like, and it's not the longest book. I think it's like only 300 pages. So yeah.
Now that I think about it, that might be another one that's not available in the States yet.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah. Again, quite
Wouldn't
UK
surprise
focused.
me, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna head to some comments, and then we'll go on. I'll ask you for your book underrated. That one next, and book recommendation. Right. So I've already said hello to. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry. I'm just going to scroll down. Sorry. Get some comments. We've got Ange has said that I have read Embers of the. I think you mean Ember of the Hearts, isn't it? Well, Ember of Hands. Ember of Hands. You're right. Ember of Hands and Agents. Yeah, you're completely right. Agents A next. Oh, exciting! Let us know.
I'm really looking forward to Ember of the Hands, but I'm like number 26 on the library hold list.
This is the Viking book.
It's obviously very popular.
I'm listening to that at the moment, and it's so funny because like one of the last it teaches you so much about obviously Viking life, and one of the notes I wrote yesterday, I think I was messaging Ange about, was it was saying about something about weird about I always notice the weird things, toenails, and about it was something like if you've got long toenails, the Viking like you couldn't get to Viking heaven. It was something random like that. I was like, I don't know, it just made me laugh. These are the things I noticed, and I know that Ange said something there's about poo or something in it as well. Sorry to say. But I don't know. I haven't got to that either yet. But yeah, Vikings are very interesting. Lots of fun Viking words. So yeah, definitely think it's going to be one lots of people love. Next one, the comment I've got is I finished Sister-in-Law this afternoon. Left me feeling hopeful.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
I really want to get to that one. Ben said, "Oh, it's going to be me Tuesday International. Not going to really." Okay. Angela has said she started raising hair. Oh, I hope you enjoy that one. Your true self. Sarah said, I have Ember of the Hands and Private Revelations. Oh, that's one I want to get to as well. Waiting.
Which one's Private Revelations?
The one about growing up in China.
Yeah. And this is by the MP, isn't she? The Labour MP. She's a Labour MP.
Yeah, another one.
Private Revelations is really good. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, Jen has
I'll
read.
enjoy it then, Jen.
Jen has read quite a few. Like
whatever Jen likes, I like. It's just.
Oh, that's true. You have similar
rules. Yeah.
And then Jess said, I really want to read Nina Cherry memoir. I'll just read 2 more.
It's good. You'll love it.
I'll just read a couple more comments and then I'll get to it. I'm trying to keep me away from the international book car without success. One of Jem's predictions is calling to me. You're so dangerous.
2 more days till the long list.
And was also saying about Ben being quite dangerous for her TBR as well this morning. I read The Peep Show and brought Utland next. The Peep Show was good. Fascinating to see the media. Yeah, that is true. Those elements were really interesting. I 100% agree with you. And obviously we've got some salt for Jem. Right. Next thing I'm going to put up on here is what I'm calling the Careless Question, which is a book inspired by our lovely friend Alice. This is on here for Alice because this is a book that me, Jem, and Alice. Careless by Kirsty Capes was a book that me, Jem, and Alice loved. So this is why we've got this question on here. We're asking our guests to tell us what is an underrated book you recommend by a woman. So who wants to start? I'll say we'll go to Amelia, seeing as I thought. Is that right? Yeah. And it can be a non-fiction or a fiction.
It's non-fiction. It's a memoir and essays. I go on about this book all the time. It's Carrie, a memoir of survival on stolen land by Tony Jensen. I think I've told Jem to read this before. Have you read it yet, Jem?
I bought it. On your recommendation. It's on my shelf upstairs, and I haven't read it. And as soon as you got it out, I was like, "Oh no, she recommended that to me actually years ago."
Segue into it. But it's basically addressing sort of like the right to carry arms in America, and Toni Jensen as a Indigenous woman, an Indigenous woman who passes as white, so she can kind of harness and recognize what privilege that brings her in certain circumstances, like interactions with the police and things like that. But I think it was Mercedes that initially read this and, you know, gave it a sort of stellar review. I couldn't find a copy for ages. How did you get yours, Jem? Did you order it from the States?
I can't remember. I think I might have got a second-hand copy off of Amazon.
Yeah, maybe. I think I got mine either imported it or it was from one of the sellers on eBay. But I look at it all the time and I just think, like, what an amazing, articulate woman she is, with just such a unique perspective on things that you just wouldn't think about, you know. And it just left me completely awed. And I think memoirs and essays are really, like, I'm reading The Crane Wife at the minute, and that's a very similar one, you know, where you are telling your story and you're telling your perspective on life and those sorts of things, but you're doing it through an essay, you're doing it through something that's really targeted on a specific topic or a specific theme. And I just think to convey your life story through that format is really clever and a fantastic skill that, you know, Toni Jensen does really well, CJ Hauser does really well in The Crane Wife. Just I love that format of storytelling and the way that you can kind of show your life and share your life in a way that's quite unique.
Oh, thank you for that. That sounds amazing. It does. It sounds so awesome. So awesome.
It's a great book.
So what's your underrated book recommendation, Gretchen?
Amelia says tough to follow. She thinks it's very serious nonfiction, and I just picked a random piece of fiction.
But that's okay.
So I picked The End of Drum Time by Hannah Pilvainen, I think is how you pronounce the name. It's a book that came out a couple years ago. It's set in the 1850s in Scandinavia, and it's about this Lutheran minister that goes into a native tribe there called the Sami people, and he tries to get them to convert to his religion, and one of them bites and, you know, goes down that path. And there's just this huge cast of characters. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's talking about faith and politics, the preservation of culture. I just found it very interesting. It's very atmospheric. So I know we're getting close to spring, but it's a really good winter read. I thought the writing was really good. It was, I know I say underrated. It was, I think, a finalist for the National Book Award here in the States, but I'd never really heard too many people talking about it or reading it. And I thought it was a pretty solid book. I wish more people would read it.
Oh, that's really good. Well, it's definitely underrated then. If you think, well, I feel like not enough people are talking about it, even if it gets prize attention, because obviously Careless, like we said, was longlisted but not shortlisted in.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I love the cover. Like, I don't know if that's, but it's really pretty.
Yeah, and it's one of those books, and if you watch my channel at all, you'll know that I love when books kind of force me to go outside of the book and do my own research and learn. I had never known about the Sami people, anything about their culture, and it kind of took me down that rabbit hole where I was learning about like their main source of, you know, everything is reindeer herding. So they raise these reindeer, and like to learn all about that, it was just something very interesting. I really enjoyed it.
I love how both of your books sort of link together somehow. I think that is so cool, even though neither of you knew that this was going to happen. They do. They both sort of tie together. So yeah, I just think that's really cool. So yeah.
I love reindeer. I absolutely love them.
Reindeer.
Yeah, I love reindeer.
Can't go wrong with reindeer.
If I was an animal, I think I'd want to be a reindeer. I didn't know they were real until I was about 14. I thought they were like fictional, like unicorns. It was only till I saw one in a garden centre at
You
Christmas.
can get awards for that.
They don't actually fly though, mate. You got that right.
They do at Christmas. They don't all through the year, but at Christmas time they do.
Only like 12 of them.
Okay, true.
And just for one night.
Right, I'm gonna pop back to the comments. After the salty, we've got from Mayor, Why Fish Don't Exist was just an okay read for me, but I picked it up because Lulu Miller's science and because obviously this is where she got known about, was her podcast Invisibility, and it's excellent. Start of season 1, strongly recommend. Yeah, she won she won an award, didn't she? Like a radio award. I'm sure this is one of the notes we took when we did the it's interesting. Loving, Ben is reinforcing the podcast. And then we've got Ange saying that Jem doesn't look convinced. I'm about the fish bits. Hi, what did I miss? YouTube just notified me now. Oh, I'm so sorry, but you haven't we've missed lots, but you can catch up. You don't need to worry. You'll catch up. Really want to read Why Fish Don't Exist. We knew that was going to happen. Jen enjoyed Stoner.
Yeah,
everyone loves Stoner.
I'm definitely in the minority with that. I'm definitely in the minority with that.
You're going to get a lot of hate for not liking Stoner.
I know. I did say on my channel that, it was definitely whatever year it was the worst book I read that year.
Oh my
God.
My heart.
But the fact that you had a strong reaction to it, I think that's quite interesting.
Yeah, I ended up hate reading it in the end just to kind of see where it went.
There you go. Anita Reserve in the Story of a Heart, the Peep Show. Yep, all yeah, that's good. Good. There we go. Before I get on to the next comments, should we do? Where are we? Because I've just flipped my piece of paper to know where I'm at. There we go. Right. The next one. Here we go. We've got to find it. This is your clue. Crisp and confident. Ready for anything. So the next portion of this live show is the bit that a lot of people every year come back for. So this year, our food thing, if you can tell from the title, is crisps. And I'm going to hand it over to Jem so she can say all about what we're asking our guests.
So we want you both to tell us a flavour of crisps that should exist but doesn't.
You can have a minute to think about it if you want to, whilst I go to if you.
There are wrong answers. So,
Shall I give them a second and go to the comments whilst they have a little think about it?
Yes.
I feel like we've pounced on them a little.
I know. I saw the cogs going, wait, what?
Right, I will head to some comments and then everyone in the comments can answer that if you want to as well. A flavour of crisp that doesn't exist.
Anyone thinking of pineapple pizza flavour crisps? You're not funny. Don't even.
Or avocado crisps.
No one thinks you're funny.
You will expect faces, whatever judgment is coming for you both.
Judgment is coming.
So Amelia said before, I don't plan to read anything from the list. I own so many non-fiction. I'm more interested. Well, that's fair enough. If you've got lots on your shelves, it's always good to read what's on your shelves. I just finished Poor by Catriona O'Sullivan. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a memoir that definitely needs more attention. Ooh.
Oh, I've not heard of that one.
Neither have I. We've got Danny saying hi. And we've obviously got the lovely Brian. Says you can hand feed reindeer in Scotland.
Oh, road trip to Scotland.
Yeah.
We've been saying about having a road trip to Scotland because our lovely Danny lives in Scotland. So we all,
that'd be ace.
Yeah, we need to do a road trip to Scotland. It needs to happen.
I wouldn't even be angry if it ate my hand. I'd just be like, yeah, take it.
Oh, you mean the hand feeding the reindeer bit?
I love them so much.
It's not going to eat your hand. Why would it eat your hand? Zach said, hi, Zach. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hi, Zach. Right. And then we've got the last comment before I'm going to be asking you guys. Checking out Why Fish Don't Exist tomorrow. I'm sure Jem will love it.
No, Brian thinks he'll love it because I hated it.
I'm
Because
sure I'll love it. Yeah, because Gemma, because
hate relationship.
Oh, chips in
Okay.
the US friends. Sorry, yes, people. Sorry.
Oh yeah, chips. Yeah. I forgot they're called chips in the States.
Yeah. So, who wants to go first? So go on.
I'll
Go for it.
So I really like Chinese food, and I really like the meaty flavors of crisps. So I'm thinking stuff like hoisin duck, you know, or like chicken chow mein flavor, like a really rich sort of herby flavor crisp.
That is a strong
That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, that
excellent answer.
Exists somewhere.
I like it. Solid start, Amelia.
That's
Solid
a good
start.
answer. That's a good answer.
Gretchen.
So I was actually laughing when you asked that question because for anybody else that lives in the States, they've pretty much named a flavor for everything. Like one of our company, I think it's Walker's in the UK, but it's Lay's in the States. They have like yearly competitions where people come up with these random weird flavors. So I think everything has been done, but I would like maybe some mac and cheese flavored.
I can go for a cheesy crisp.
Yeah, maybe mac and cheese.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Both
good answers.
Both good answers. No bad answers today. Well done.
All the guests watching, I know there's people in the comment that are our future guests. So
maybe nothing that will come back to haunt you guys. Like as far as the answers.
Like, people do it deliberately to wind her up. You do realize the sicker they can make her, the better. Like this.
Are we allowed to ask you that question too? Like, do you have any? Like, did you think about an answer of what you would choose? No. Okay.
No, I don't like this turning around on me, Gretchen. Like we're supposed to be grilling you, not the other way around. That's not how this works.
I actually did think of one. I was like, I don't know if this exists already. I was like a hummus flavored, like kind of crisp. I know maybe that would be too dry or a bit bland. I don't know. But I was like,
yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, because you have hummus and dips and chips and all that sort of stuff is in the same sort of spread, isn't it? When you have like a grazing table or whatever. Yeah, so that would make sense. Because you would...
There you go.
It's not as good as hoisin duck, is it? Though, actually, I do have an answer, and I don't think people are going to like it very much. But like, my favourite food is mushrooms. So, what about like a mushroom flavoured crisp?
Yeah,
that's bland. It's like eating. You can't have
mushrooms.
Depending, I love mushrooms, but in crisps, how could you make it be in crisps? How would that work? Like,
Is it just like a fresh mushroom or like sauteed with like butter
and garlic?
Like
and garlic. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, with garlic. Because otherwise, it'd be like I can just imagine like a slug.
Maybe with a little tones of pancetta or something.
Nice.
Very sophisticated.
I think that's going to come back to haunt you.
So everyone in the comments, let us know your answers. You could be telling us this every single week, and I'm sure we're going to be getting lots and lots of answers. But yeah, I'm gonna. Here we go. Wait, you're reading my mind. Pineapple. Obviously, you knew she was going to to do that. Waiting for the fig crisps, which is obviously a reference to fig pizza. And we've got Jess saying, well, from being from Quebec, I'd say Putin flavor. I can't even say that yet.
What is a poutine? What's it?
Poutine. It's chips, fries, like cheese curds and gravy.
So good.
Yeah, it's incredible.
What the hell did you say? Cheese curd and gravy?
Yeah, cheese curds, gravy, fries.
The face. That's the face.
So obviously, being a northerner, chips, cheese, and gravy is, a staple. So it's very similar. But I'd say poutine's better. It's delicious, and you get it with different toppings like chicken and whatever else.
That doesn't make it better.
Chicken and chicken.
No.
This is the face everyone wanted. Right, we've got maple syrup pancake
wow.
flavor.
That sounds good.
That does not.
That sounds good.
No.
Hey, you asked the question. You got to be prepared for the answers.
We've also got haggis,
Oh,
obviously.
Fanny, no.
Fanny's representing.
No. Oh, good God.
Jess is saying I'm going to Scotland this summer. So exciting. Oh, that's very exciting. That is exciting.
Maybe you'll find some haggis crisps, Jess, to add to your cheesy gravy crisps.
This will become the new Pizzagate, but I don't like crisps really, so I don't have a new favourite flavour. Love living here. So oh bless. Is there a flavour of chips that don't loads of flavours that don't exist?
Yeah, well, cheesy gravy crisps don't exist, Brian. Did that?
Yeah,
And rightly so. Like, oh, I still feel a little bit like I need to vomit after that.
That's good though. That's really, really good. This is
And
what you
chips
wanted.
on gravy don't work either, Amelia. Just like in general, like gravy goes on roasted potatoes or mashed potatoes or boiled potatoes, but not on chips.
This is
I
where I should have put a title up being like Gem's food rules. Because this is what Gem has very specific food laws that you all must abide.
They are just normal food.
You just listed every other type of potato, but you draw the line.
No, and jacket potatoes. You can't put gravy on a jacket potato either.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't
That
done
would be left field.
But yeah, all the other types, but not a jacket and not a chip. Or a wedge, because that's just like a fat chip. So
okay. Right, okay. We can carry on talking about food all day, and I'm sure I'll go back to the comments. I have to draw a line under because we've got to get on to our next game. So yes. No, actually no, before should we do the game? Yeah, should we do the game and then I'll do the more chat. What do you want to do? The game. Next game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get it done.
Okay, let's do the game. Right. For this, it is the next game is the higher or lower game. So which one of you would like to go first of all, before I put this on? It's going to be on the screen. I've got slides. The Plodalong is being upgraded here.
Well,
oh wow.
I know. It's, I've got to make sure I say that. And then
no one wants to go first.
I'll go first. I'll be the
I've got to find my notes. Actually, oh my god! I literally couldn't. For a second, I couldn't find my notes. I was like, the game's ruined. I found it. It's fine.
oh, what a shame we can't do it.
No, yes, we're doing it.
We'll find a way.
So who did you say is going first? I missed that because I was panicking. Shirley,
I'll go first.
Gretchen. Okay, that's fine. So what we do is, I'm going to bring this to the stage. Lovely guests with our little fancy slideshow. And yeah, I'll put the comments on here. And so what we do is it's a simple game of higher or lower, and it's based upon the story graph ratings. So first of all, I'll put up 2 books, and I'll tell you the rating of the first book, and you've got to say whether you think the second book is rated higher or lower. And it's not about amount of ratings; it's the actual specific ratings. Do you see what I'm saying?
And all of these books have been nominated for the Women's Prize, am I right?
Yes. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I picked these at random. Yeah, this is the whole point of this. Obviously, the show is a Women's Prize show. And these I picked. I should have said that. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So at random, I did a number generator, and I picked from all of the years back through the Women's Prize history, up back obviously from when it started. And yeah, these are books I've chosen that have been longlisted or shortlisted, or potentially maybe even one, depending on that's yeah. So you'll see. Right. Are you ready, Amelia?
Yeah, ready.
It's Gretchen first.
Oh, Gretchen first, sorry. Oh my god, you can tell.
So Amelia's like, yeah, I'm ready.
Just for the record, though, I'm ready.
Hang on a second. I can't see Gretchen here, so I'm gonna hang on a second. I'll go to the banners and take that off because we can't see you otherwise, Gretchen. I'm so sorry. What am I even doing? Right. Right. Are we ready, Gretchen?
Yes.
So the first 2 books we've got on here are The Still Point by Amy Sackville, and then which was The Still Point was longlisted in 2010, and that was the year for reference that the Lacuna one,
Okay.
the prize. So we start. The still points rated average star rating is 3.16. Okay, 3.16. So do we think the Poisonwood Bible by I'm not able to speak, by Barbara Kingsolver is the average star rating? Do you think it's higher or lower than 3.16?
Higher, without a doubt.
That's a
I
very,
really
very
hope
confident
so.
answer. Everyone in the comments, you've got to say whether you think as well. So, oh no, I didn't. We went on. So yes, you're yes. Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. In fact, correct. So you can move on. Move on. That's the average star rating of the Poisonwood Bible is in fact 4.14. So quite a lot higher than 3.16. So correct. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. And we've. To be clear, we can go up to the maximum points here is 5 points because we go up to 6 books. So if both of you get maximum 5 points, then we do have a tiebreaker, which obviously in case
if you get one wrong, you're out.
Okay.
yeah. But we'll see. It's brutal. Right. So yeah, and the Poisonwood Bible was longlisted for reference in 1999, and that was the year that A Crime in the Neighborhood won by Suzanne Byrne. Just for topical thing, because I wrote my notes. Right, so the next book you've got to work out which is higher or lower. So you've got to work out. So the Poisonwood Bible is 4.14. Is the Lost Children's Archive, which was longlisted in 2019 by Valeria Luiselli. Valeria, you say that. Anyway, yes. So do you think that the Lost Children Archive is average star rating is higher or lower than the Poisonwood Bible?
Oh.
And it's 4.14 is the Poisonwood Bible. So
Okay.
that's what you've got reference.
Oh. This
Sorry.
is hard. So this is hard for a couple reasons. And so Storygraph, I believe, is UK based.
Yes.
So a lot of the people using that are UK readers. It hasn't been around for as long. So a lot of these books may have been read before. So I'm going to say lower.
You think the Lost Children Archive is lower than the Poisonwood Bible? Okay. We're locking that one in.
I'm going to regret this, but...
So, ding, 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 ding. You're right again.
Yay. Okay.
You're good at this game. So the Lost Children Archive, for anyone interested, well, you will have to be interested because it's the whole game, is 3.82. So yes, just a little bit.
Yeah, not too far off.
Not too much lower, but yeah, a bit lower than the Poisonwood Bible. So yeah, the Poisonwood Bible is a staple. Like everyone loves that book, like, don't they? Well, most people. Haven't heard that many negative reviews about it. Right. Okay. You're doing well so far. So, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
So, remember, the Lost Children Archive is 3.82. So, is The Hunter by Julia Lee, which was longlisted. I don't know if it was shortlisted in 2000. Which is the year that When I Lived in Modern Times by Lynn Grant won. So is that higher or lower than 3.82? 3.82 is the Lost Children Archive. Is The Hunter by Julia Lee higher or lower?
So sadly, I have never heard of this book.
No.
So
No.
I am just going to go lower.
You're going to say lower?
I'm going to say lower.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Woo!
Oh, correct.
Get intense.
You're doing really well. I'm really impressed.
I hope the next one's pod.
You've only got 2 more books to go, so you're doing really, really well. You're storming it, Gretchen.
No,
Right, okay, so you ready for so The Hunter is in fact 3.5 average star rating. So okay, are you ready?
I am.
And I want to tell you, I picked all of these completely at random. I'm reiterating this. Okay, right. The next book is The Secret Chord by Geraldine Brooks. Have you read any Geraldine Brooks?
I have.
Yes,
I
that
have.
doesn't surprise me.
Not this one though.
Interesting.
Let's go higher. It was 3.5, right?
Yes, 3.5 is the hunter. Yeah.
Okay, let's go higher.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, Amelia.
This was
No,
the tightest one. I'm going to tell you, this is the tightest one. And I completely did these at random. So I'm going to tell you, The Secret Chord by Geraldine Books, which was, I forgot to say, which was, I don't know, it was listed in 2016, which was the year that The Glorious Heresies won by Lisa McKenney. Anyway, that was in fact an average star rating of 3.54.
Oh,
Wow.
geez.
Quite close. I was like, oh, she's going to get it. She's going to get it.
Oh, dear.
That was really good. So well done.
Thank you.
This is going to be hard for you to follow, Amelia. Seriously.
I'm aware. Yeah.
You've only got one more book to get the maximum of 5 points.
Every time Gretchen gets another one, Amelia dies a little bit more inside.
There's only 6 books, so you know.
I have
but that
zero
means Amelia's gotta get
competitive.
all of them.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Right. So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, The Secret Chord, like I said, 3.54. The next book is State of Happiness by Stella Duffy. And remember, I'm so sorry. I picked these at random. I'm so sorry. I didn't cheat. These are all completely random. And this was 2004. This was listed. That was the year, for reference, that Small Island by Andrea Levy won. Out of interest.
This is another one I haven't heard of.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of this one.
Have
Have you heard of Stella Duffy? Have you read any Stella Duffy?
I haven't, no.
Yeah. So it's 3.54 is The Secret Chord, again, for people watching and for Gretchen.
Okay.
Higher or lower? I'm nervous for you. You do it. I really am rooting.
The rest of my life hinges on this decision. All the pressure.
Everyone in the comments say whether you vote higher or lower. You can just vote. I like vote.
I am going to say, I'm going to say lower.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Perfect score, Gretchen.
You've got a maximum of 5 points. I'm writing that down.
I'm just good at
Well
guessing.
done.
Wow, that is amazing. And
What
so
was-
you'll be interested. The average star rating of the State of Happiness is 3.3.
Oh, ouch.
So not that much lower, but yeah, still lower than The Secret Chord. So yeah.
If it was published in 2004 as well, that's a lot of reviews that people are going to be giving it, isn't it?
I don't actually think it's got that many reviews, actually, in fairness to the book. I don't believe a lot of people have read this book.
Yeah, I'd be really curious, like after all of this, I'm curious to go and look in Goodreads to see what
just
the
to
rating
compare them, just
to compare.
I wanted to use Storygraph because, like, we love Storygraph and we
I prefer Storygraph 100%. I just know that how long has Storygraph been around? It's only been a handful of years, right?
Yeah, I think I think 2020. I think, I don't know. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'd say around 5 years.
Yeah.
I think I started using it about 3 years ago. So
I remember when all the tester people were doing it, trying it. So yeah, and that was when I was actually on Twitter. So all right, well done though. Well done for getting the maximum amount of points. So Gretchen has set the standard at 5 points. Shall I quickly look at the comments before they will get into Amelia? Sorry, Amelia. I'll quickly do some comments. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get to all the comments because there's quite a lot of comments. Let's just see whether. Here we go. Oh, there's Jack's written something fairly offensive to Jem. She's written some sort of fruit-flavored crisp. Sorry, I know this is going to block you out, Gretchen. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. 2
seconds. And then we've got some truffle crisps. That's again Jack, of course. Jennifer said, "Ooh, Jem." You could do garlic.
Yeah,
mushroom.
exactly.
My weird flavored crisps were chicken and waffle flavored crisps.
Those are so good.
Wow.
But I don't understand because a waffle is a potato, right?
Yeah.
No,
you mean American waffles?
Yeah, like a breakfast waffle, like a Belgian waffle.
Oh. Oh.
So fried chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, fried
That's
chicken
flavouring sweet
on
again.
a waffle with maple syrup.
That is, she won't. Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, she doesn't like that. Gemma does not like that. No.
Do those crisps exist?
They did, yeah, a few years
Oh.
ago. I don't know if they're still available, but Lay's had that flavor out a few years ago, and they were really good.
That sounds fair.
So I'll just do a couple more comments and then we'll get into the Amelia complaint. We've got Jack said poutine is amazing. Then we've got, and obviously she said chips and gravy flavour top drawer. We've got hey everybody, say hi. Hey,
Hello.
And we've also got I love mushrooms too, Czech brand that doesn't flavour crisps.
Oh.
There's a Czech brand. Oh, okay.
Well, clearly need to pop over to the Czech Republic.
You'll probably be going over there at some point, I'm sure.
Let's have a little holiday to Prague, shall we?
I know that you
for the reindeer.
Wait, yeah. So I'm going to get on to the next for Amelia, so Amelia can crack on and start playing her game. Are we ready? Amelia,
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, born ready.
So the first book we have is In a Fishbourne Church by Catherine Chidgey, which we love Catherine Chidgey. Obviously, lots of us have read.
How are there so many books that I've never even heard of?
I'd not heard of this. This was listed in 1999, which was the year, again, A Crime in a Neighborhood. I think I said that book. That was one of the books that was randomly put last year. Anyway, no. Yeah. Anyway, the average star rating for In a Fishbone Church is 3.55. And so it's up against The Sport of Kings by C.E. Morgan, which was listed in 2017, which was the year that The Power by Naomi Alderman won, for reference. No, actually, it was shortlisted. This book was shortlisted, actually.
I definitely had it easier. I am so sorry, Amelia.
I would agree. This is a tough start point.
I'm sorry, I just did it at random.
You know, remind me what In a Fishbone Church was.
In a Fishbone Church is 3.55.
So right in the middle, then, yeah.
In a Fishbone Church is, I'm really sorry. Yeah,
that helps you not at all.
The Sport of Kings was shortlisted, though. So,
yeah.
So you know, look, yeah.
But just because the judges like it doesn't mean that the Storygraph readers of the world are going to agree. 3.5. I'm going to say higher.
Ding ding ding! I was trying to like wheel through the screen. Right. Yes. Correct. Yay!
Oh, this looks great.
So The Sport of Kings average star rating is in fact 3.56. So again, just a tiny bit higher.
That was harsh.
I'm sorry, it was at random.
Up from 3.55.
3.55 and Sport of Kings is 3.56. You won. You won. Sorry. Anyway, so the next, yes, The Sport of Kings is 3.56. The next book, as you can see, is A Gate at the Stairs by Laurie Moore, and this was listed in 2010, which was the year again that the Lacuna won by Barbara Kingsolver. So yeah.
But I read this book for uni in 2012, 2013, and I loved it. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. So I can't say lower, can I, if I love that book? So I'm just going to have to say higher.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm really sorry. I really wanted you to do well. So
that's okay.
But the next
what's it about, Amelia?
Yes, tell us.
Can you remember? I've not heard of any of these free books.
No, but the next books I've got, which I will show you anyway. Sorry, go on.
I absolutely loved it though. Yeah. It was, I can't remember what seminar or anything. Is it American? Is it American lit?
Laurie Moore is American, isn't she? I don't know. Is she?
No.
I don't know. I think so. I can. Should we? We'll carry on as it. Well, obviously you didn't win, but sorry. Maybe
Yeah, no,
I don't want to
that's
rub
fine.
that in. I don't want to rub that in, but I made the slides. I will show you so you can see if you had have got it. We'll see. So the next book would have been Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, which. So would you have said higher or lower than, because the actual average star rating of A Gate of Stairs was 3.16.
Really?
Oh, that is low.
That is harsh. Oh, it's a good book. It's got to be higher. Eleanor Oliphant, everyone loves her.
Yeah. Ding ding
Yeah.
ding. That would have been right if you would have. Okay. So yeah. So
If you hadn't lost.
if you hadn't lost, I would have run that one out.
For a book that I absolutely loved but can't remember anything about.
That one, yeah.
But it's good that you loved it. And so yeah, Eleanor Oliphant would have been, is 4.18, and that and it was longlisted in 2018, which is the year that I started reading the prize, and that was the year that Home Fire by Camilla Shamsi won.
Solid
So
win.
yeah, for reference, yeah. So would you have said 4.18? Bear in mind, the next book is Because of You by Dawn French.
Lower.
So yeah, what would you have said? Sorry.
Lower.
Yeah. Ding ding, that would have been ding ding ding. Because of You was
Your ding dings are getting cut short because they're
because I feel bad because she didn't. Like, I love you.
I love you too. It's all good, honestly.
This was so the average star rating for Because of You is 3.6. So obviously a lot lower than the 4.18. And this was longlisted in 2021, which was obviously the year that Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, which obviously we've got lovely Jen in the comments. Jennifer loves books, loves this book so much, and and Jennifer and our Jen below hates it.
Detested it, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Piranesi.
Yeah, Piranesi, yeah. Yeah, she hates it. So anyway, quickly moving on to the last one because I got it. It was here.
Higher.
Yeah, that would. So yeah.
So I will say there's no winner, there's no loser. She literally had a 0.1 difference between the one she got wrong. So I will happily share the win with Amelia.
I mean, okay.
That's so kind.
I'll still give you all marks anyway.
I do feel like Amelia got the rougher end of the deal, for sure.
I tried my best to give I picked at random. What can you do?
Random is random, but Amelia got the rubbish random.
But see, if you would have just made it through that one book, you would have been fine.
Yeah.
I think
It's my own fault for following my heart on a book that I don't even remember any of the plot of.
Yeah, I think it's because you'd read it, so it was like.
Because I've read it, I got excited, and I remember really enjoying it. So yeah, you can't say lower for a book you enjoyed.
I mean, you can. But,
It's okay, I saved face. It's fine.
No, it's fine. So anyway, well done for our lovely. You guys did so well. I'm going to do celebrations for that because you guys were amazing. I'll quickly head to some comments. We've still got like a couple of things to get through here, but we'll get there. Right, here we go. I'm going to try and tool through some of the comments. Here we go. Not gonna lie, I love haggis, especially from the chippy when it's deep fried in batter.
Yeah,
I've got lots of food comments. Gravy and chips are amazing, Jem. You're totally missing out. Look at her face.
They're not the same. Like a chip and a roast potato are not the same. Like, absolutely not. They're different shapes.
And Ben said, I was in my previous comment, I'm shocked. Who doesn't like poutine? We've not tried it. So.
Oh my goodness, what is wrong with the world?
This is just the start of it, Jem. This is the start
gravy.
of you being subjected to this.
No.
And IKEA did mushroom flavoured crisps once
no
too.
way. See, I should be a crisp flavoured manufacturer. I'm wasting on
crisp flavour manufacturer.
What a job that would be, huh?
I've accidentally skipped down because of my things. All right, so this is so fun. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, I have to miss this out. I'm sorry. Okay. Jem, you're definitely in the minority with the chips and gravy hatred.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah. And Zach said Pod Squad. We love that book. No, we didn't love that book. That's the whole point. I hope this quiz is easy for me. Yeah, Jess is going to be a future contestant. It won't be easy. It's never easy.
I can attest to that.
And it says
Yes.
Laurie Moore is American. Yes,
Yeah.
just to clarify. It says
Thank you.
it was random. Sounds a bit suspicious. It
You
was random.
were set up, Amelia. There's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Right. Right. I think, shall we get you guys to say, because the next, what we're doing when we have our guests on, one of the things we're getting our guests to do is to ask a question to our following week's guests. So I know that obviously we don't have a question for you, because obviously you guys are the first guests. But can you, like, in turn, we'll go with Amelia first and then Gretchen. You can say what your questions are for our next guests that are coming, and Jem can say who our next guests are when they appear. Like, you can say if you want. Yes. So what's your question for our guests for next week?
I've gone. I know you said it doesn't have to be a bookish question, but I've gone.
It doesn't have to be a bookish question. The question for the following week. So I will record that you'll record it, and I will play it back to our guests when we have them. Yes.
I want to know what their favourite book so far is of the year. So yeah, we're looking at like entering March, Q1's wrapping up. What has been the best book so far of 2025?
Oh, interesting. And Gretchen, what is your question for our guests? Like we said, it can be random, it can be any question, it can be etc. etc.
So I want to know who their dream team of judges would be for next year's Women's Prize.
Ooh, love that question.
Exciting. So that's brilliant. Thank you. Those are both brilliant questions. And you guys are so lucky because you've got, well, I say lucky because you've actually been subjected, first of all, you've been our guinea pigs for the Plodalong. Have you got any, just to wrap this up slightly, have you got any predictions for the fiction long list that's coming out literally in a couple of weeks? What's your top picks?
No, predictions really scare me because I always get them wrong. Like I'll think, oh, maybe that, and it's not eligible for whatever reason.
A wish list then? Have you got any wish list?
No. Okay. I've been doing a lot of backlist reading recently because I've not been buying Romeo books. Everything's been in boxes and stuff. So I'm a bit out of touch with new releases. I did have a couple of predictions or like a wish list for the non-fiction. Like I really wanted to see The Price of Life by Jenny Kleeman on there. I thought that was an amazing book, and I presume that would have been eligible. But obviously that's not there. But no, my short answer for this is no. I'm just gonna wait and see for the long list, because all the time it's, like I say, a tool for discovery. It's books that I didn't even know existed a lot of the time. So yeah, I enjoy that element of surprise, I suppose.
That's fair enough. I completely understand that. That's a good answer. Gretchen, have you got what's your what would you be so shocked if that didn't make it? What do you want?
I'll be honest and say that I haven't even looked to see what is eligible yet. I'm focusing more on the International Booker right now. I've got to get that filmed and out there probably today, maybe tomorrow. But I think that this year, like Amelia said, I go through them and I come up with these predictions and I get 0. I get 1. I get, 2 if I'm lucky. So I think this year when I'm talking about predictions, I'm just going to go with what I want my list to be or what I would like to see make it. But I will say I did, and I don't even know if it's eligible because I didn't check, but one of the ones I read recently that kind of has very like women's prize vibes to me is Passion Tide. I'm not sure if that one's eligible. It may have been eligible last year.
Yeah, no, it's
But
eligible this year.
I think that has potential. Yeah, there's, without having looked at the eligible list, it's strange for me being in the States because books that I would think would be eligible aren't.
Yeah.
So I just haven't really had a chance to study what the eligibility list looks like yet, but I am excited. I'm hoping that a lot of them that I see end up on the long list are ones that I already have, that are ones that I missed out on reading last year. Because I don't want to have to buy a whole bunch of books. And I also want to get to that backlist that I have. So that's my wish for the Women's Prize long list, that it matches my TBR and I can just
That's never going to happen, Gretchen. You know that is really wishful thinking.
That's my wish. That's my wish in a perfect world.
Yeah. So can I just like segue a little bit, and what is there one or two books on for the international booker that you are highly anticipating to be on there?
So once again, when I came up with my list, and I don't actually have my list in front of me, I thought I did. But I'm thinking maybe Clean. That was one of the ones that I was looking at. Yeah, off the top of my head. And the thing is I've really avoided watching people's predictions videos too, because I feel like those easily influence me in changing my mind about certain books. But yeah, I have a list. It's downstairs of ones that I want on there. I just, on the spot, I can't think of what those are.
Yeah,
that's fair.
No, Clean is a good show. I read that in January. I really enjoyed it. It's a good book.
Yeah, that's kind of the one that is sticking out to me that I think would probably be a good pick. And then another one, and I'm not sure, it was actually on the US version of the Republic of Consciousness Prize called Gifted. I'm not sure if that is eligible. I read it. I didn't necessarily get along with it, but it feels like it might have international booker potential. So maybe that one too, but yeah.
What were you going to say, Amelia, as well?
Yeah, sorry. Going back to the Women's Prize, I've just had a look at, Goodreads.
Yeah.
Do the Women's Prize fiction eligible books list. And there's loads of ones that, again, like I didn't even think were eligible or that I'd completely forgotten about that are eligible. So like God of the Woods by Liz Moore, that was an amazing book. The Echoes by Evie Wilde. I didn't love that, to be honest, but that would be eligible. Yeah.
There we go.
I didn't believe that the two people.
She's going to come find you.
Max and the girl, like their relationship wasn't believable to me. They were just like each other's throats all the time. Intermezzo. How can I forget Intermezzo?
I'm going to save Intermezzo. I'm going to save Intermezzo for the book. I'm going to save Intermezzo for Ben's brother's thing in the end of the year. The prompt that Ben's got. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. I'd love to see that.
That was good.
Yeah, and you're right. Passion Tide's on the list of eligible. So yeah, there's some amazing books on there. I just need to go through this list properly. Glyph by Ali Smith. Bob the Booker. I loved that, I think.
Oh, so I'll probably hate that.
Bob's a guest as well, so just carry on. Speaking of guests, I know obviously, so the next, I'll get my banner up actually because we've got the, where are we? That's right, isn't it? That's the right one, yeah. Oh no, where's Gretchen's gone? Gretchen's gone. Oh, I don't know. Well, if she comes back.
She'll pop back in, yeah.
That's right. Oh, you're back. That's fine. Don't worry. What happened? You vanished for a second.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, we can see you. You're fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to quickly plug the fact that we will be here reacting. I know we said about the long list. We will be here reacting on my channel at 8 p.m. Yeah, me and Jem are going to be talking all things Women's Prize fiction long list. And so we want to chat with you guys all about it, obviously. And after that, as Jem, you can say, who is our guest after that?
So our first guests after the fiction long list is announced are going to be Scott from Gunpowder Fiction and Plot and Alex from the Disco King. So we've got our Australian contingent.
Which we're so excited for, and I think it's going to be a little bit crazy.
It'll definitely be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to some of the comments. I think Jane has said, has Jem ever thought about having a food police channel?
I should do that.
You should. Really, really should. And then judges, the Plodalong group, of course. Hello, we are plodders together, the best judges, I personally think. And also, if I didn't mean to miss your comment, Glinda. Hi, Glinda. It's like, yeah. And Ben is saying that Piranesi is overrated story, not.
Sorry, not sorry.
I'm gonna be in trouble for that one.
Yes, yes.
And then Katja turned up and said, "Hello, everyone." And the lovely Carly has said, "I've just read The God of the Woods and loved it. I'd be so happy if that was on the list." And then Glenda said, "The look on Gemma's face when Amelia said the relationship wasn't believable." Dun, dun, dun.
Don't listen to her, guys. The Echoes is fabulous.
But
I can't wait to roll. I'm excited to try it. I
I'm
do think
so
it will get.
I'll have my copy somewhere. If you want it, you can have it. I'll post it to you.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be in a box somewhere, so you're welcome to it.
I'll say yes to that then. Yay! That's always
I
nice.
think it might even be a signed version. I bought because I loved The Base Rock by Evie Wilde. That was her other book, wasn't it? So I was so convinced I was going to love it.
Oh, it's a shame when that happens. So thank you so much for everyone that's come along, and obviously to today's show. We're going to wrap up now. But yeah, you guys are the best. We love you guys, and a special massive thank you to the lovely. I'm going to point in the wrong directions. I'm not going to point in any directions. Lovely Amelia from Amelia Barlow Books. We're so lucky that we had Amelia today, because obviously she's not quite online at the moment. You're having a little bit of a break, aren't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're super lucky to have you here. And then also massive thank you to the lovely Gretchen from Meiji Book. And obviously I would not go amiss without saying a massive thank you to my co-host, the lovely, the amazing, the salty gem of BookTube, salty queen of BookTube, and Jem. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We've had so much fun. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me. That's great.
It's been so much fun. Yeah, so bye everybody. I'm gonna say goodbye now. See you all on Tuesday the 4th at 8 p.m.
Can't wait.
Keep waving.
Bye everyone. Take care.
Bye.